All right, we're starting up. Sick. Can you see me? Yeah. So we're cooking. I can see you up here. All right. Here we go, baby. What's up, everybody? We're starting up a new series here on YouTube. Oh man, you guys, this is gonna be fun. So this is Flacco. Flacco, introduce yourself real quick. Flacco, you want to introduce yourself? Oh man. All right, guys. So we are going to be talking about INUV today. Did everybody hear Flacco over here? Drop it in the comments if you can hear Flacco. There we go. Looks like they can hear you, man. All right, so let me introduce you quick. This is Flacco. We are going to be talking about some different stocks and stuff. This is going to be the beginning of a series. It's just going to be the Treyders Podcast. And it's just going to be basically a pretty chillax talk about the stock market, just BSing, different strategies. And, oh, it doesn't sound like they can hear you. Shoot. I've got headphones in, I guess. Let's see quick. Right, yeah. Hard fat, no. Oh man. Flacco, what do you want to do? Do you want to come back to this when we can figure out the technical stuff, or what? We can do this again tomorrow? All right. I'll roll with this by myself. We'll do it again tomorrow. All right, guys, so Flacco will join us in tomorrow. We're going to do this again, but we're just going to talk about the stock market today and INUV. Man, guys, I can't even begin to tell you how freaking crazy this stock was. I can't even describe this. I brought this to everybody's attention yesterday. I was doing a little bit of reading, and this was brought out to me in the Discord by one of the members, and oh my god, dude, I lost all cool that I had when I saw the chart set up on this. So if we look at this on the 1 month chart, we had the crossover on the 15 VAMA over the 200 EMA. We had the news article come out about Vanguard putting in 2.6 million shares, or just under $1 million into the company. Look at this freaking volume. That is insane. That's so insane. And you know what's even crazier, guys? This is up to $1.66 right now in the after hours. That's so nasty. That's so nasty. Guys, how was your guys' portfolios today? Thank you for the $4 Sand Dollar. I appreciate that a lot. You're the man. You freaking rock. I appreciate everybody. What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Bro, I love you so much. Sends INUV and maybe Bile. No, dude, Bile is going to be one of them. I guarantee you Bile is going to be one of them. I'm just as pumped about this as I am INUV. And that's because they have a webinar on Thursday, and we're already seeing a pump right here. We're already seeing people start to push volume into the stock, and we're 2 days away from this webinar. That is massive. Bile is going to be so unrealistically filthy. I cannot wait. So Bile has been a hit. Dude, guys, I went from $26,500 in my portfolio to $30,312 today. I feel like you could have thrown a dart at a board of stocks and just picked a random stock. Just throw it, and you would have just made money today. The market was insane. When's Check going up? We'll put that up eventually. I'll update on Check. I'll pull it up really quick. But Check it's been consolidating. This isn't bad. Typically when a stock consolidates like this for a long period of time, it favors bulls. It's more bullish than anything, so that's good. You invested $20K into BNGO today. Please help. Oh, man. I think they just had a direct offering, didn't they? It depends on what you bought in at. I'd consider taking profits and then reinvesting after. Because there's probably going to be a pullback, but it's not the end of the world. BNGO, oh my God. I thought they were going to break $10 today. This has been such a filthy run-up. You're up $1,400 today? JL Anderson. Man. Filthy. I had a guy in the Discord today that said, Trey, I'm up $20,000 because of your call on INUV. And I didn't do it by myself, right? I give complete credit to Ben over at the Discord for finding that play. And I just looked at the charts. I looked at it too. I gave him some double confirmation. I said, let's do it. Let's send it. This looks like a grand slam. And it worked out. What's with Check? Yeah, man. It's just consolidating. Don't worry yet. Don't worry yet. It is still growing. It's just consolidating. We just need another news catalyst and a little bit of volume. You bought Bile? Bile will pay you well. I think Bile is going to very easily retest $1.50. What happened to JagX stock? Don't sweat JagX yet. It's okay. They had another consolidation day. What you're waiting on is the merger. So from what I've read this on StockTwit, so take it for what it is. You know, it could be people just pumping the stock. But I have read that we're expecting the merger to be announced sometime in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And when that happens, it'll depend on how the stock works out, right? But from my understanding, any sort of merger stock starts out automatically at $10. Great day, up $1,300. When's JagX gonna hit? It could take a while. It might just take a minute. I'd say at least 2 or 3 weeks. CRTM, this one's been pissing me off. I think you mean CTRM. I so highly debated selling out of my position in CTRM today and putting it into INUV, and I really wish I did. I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I did because that would have been disgusting. But I don't know what's happening here yet, guys. It's consolidating. It's not bad. We were still green on the day. It just wasn't a lot of movement, right? So I think if we took a retracement quick from the bottom of this run up, it looks like we need to push through this level right here at about 37 cents. And if we can push above 37 cents, I think it'll start moving. Up $800. Thank you, Larry. He just recently joined the Discord. I really appreciate that. You guys rock. JagX, caught JagX at the low today. Still, it is looking promising. Yeah, big time. JagX, just be patient. Patience is going to pay on that. Up 20%, Dylan. Money. Anonymous. Anyone know what's up with BNGO? They had an offering. BNGO had an offering, so what I would consider doing is taking profits, watch for the bottom out, and reinvest. I'm new to stocks and only invested about $360, and I'm up $125 today. Man, that means you're up like 30%. You crushed. Heck yeah, dude. I'm only up I shouldn't say only. Anytime you're up 9% on a day, you're doing pretty good, which means you crushed. Your calls were on point today. Thank you, Katie. I was kind of bummed about last week's calls because some of them hit 10, 20, 30%. You're not going to hit 100% every week, right? But the windows were really small, so I felt kind of bad. But this week has been crushing. It's really fun. Sens is a screamer. Sens is absolutely crushing right now. I love this. That's so disgusting. Oh, that makes me happy to see. Man, that is such a clean run up. Look at that. You want to know all the technical analysis you need to see on this? Check it out. I'll drop a nice chart for you. It looks something like this. This is the technical analysis that you need right now on Sens. Just up. Sawyer French. Dude, I went to college with him. That's crazy. St. John's, Minnesota. Hey, bro, buy Bitcoin. My son. I used to call everybody in college my son. That's funny. I appreciate the $5, my friend. That's sick. You're in Bile and Sens. Yeah, you're doing good. Bile and Sens will keep crushing. You're doing great. CCIV, fuel cell, OBSV, CLWD, and CTRM. Man, everyone's crushing. ABGR. I think ABGR did okay if I remember right. Yeah, they're still up on the day. They're looking good. If you bought in during the pre-market or even at market open, you're looking solid. Volume is decent. It's a little overbought. Nothing terrible. I have not sold CTRM yet. I did sell out of Naked. I put a video out talking about recapping my positions, and I did get out of Naked. I'm not in that right now. I took a small loss. I know that Naked went back up though. I think it went back up right after I sold out. I didn't sell out of it because I don't think it had potential. It just wasn't moving, and I wanted to get into bio. I wanted to get into freaking, I can't remember why. I'm just so amped right now. INUV. I wanted to get into those two plays, so I just got out of Naked. What would be the stock to buy tomorrow? Oh, Flacco, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Pissing all of us off. CTRM, man, it's tough. I slept on everything, all my money on MVIS, NEO, and NNDM. MVIS did pretty well today. MVIS is waking up. My girl Mavis. I love Mavis. I am very devoted to my girlfriend. I love her to death. But if I had to have a side chick, it would be Mavis. Stock to buy tomorrow, though. I wouldn't recommend chasing. But this stock looks pretty solid right now. INUV. INUV is really disgusting. This is so filthy. It's at $1.72. Man, that's so nasty. Price target and entry and PT and ET for bio. I think that bio can hit about $1.50. That's my ticket on it. I'm gonna scroll to the bottom just so I can stay up to date on this. Talk bio. I will talk bio. Bio is looking filthy. We're expecting a webinar on bio on Thursday, and I will show you this from the private Discord just so that I'm not misinterpreting anything. There was a link in here, so I'm gonna go down to bio and pull up this link really quick, and it's right here. Upcoming events on the 22nd of January. We're expecting a special meeting of stockholders, so that's going to be on Friday. And then I think there was another article too, if I remember right. Yeah, dental webinars. And we're expecting this. We're expecting this on, where is it? January 21st, Thursday, 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. PT. And this could be really solid. So I think that's why we're starting to see a run up here with bio. I'm really excited about it. If we draw a retracement really quick, we're going to look at a couple of levels to watch for. Man, I was really hoping that we'd get Flacco on here. Flacco, we'll figure this out, man. It was last minute. We had this all planned out, and it just didn't pan out at the last minute. But you guys can expect this again in the future. The Treyders Podcast will live on. We're pushing this 98-cent range. That dollar mark is kicking us right now. So if we get over $1, I think you're going to see a push for $1.15. Buy MVIS tomorrow. MVIS is going to keep ripping, guys. Check GRTS. What the? Oh my God. That's up over 200%. What happened? Jesus Christ. Oh, I thought I hit it out of the park with INUV, but wow, that's nasty. What happened? What kind of news came out on this? That's GRTS. Why Gritstone Oncology is bolting higher today? Shares of the clinical stage biotech rose by as much as 44% in pre-market. The drug maker stock is heating up today in response to an agreement with the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases to initiate a phase 1 trial of its second-generation SARS-CoV vaccine candidate. Man, anyone that got in on that run-up, you got me beat. You got me beat, for sure. INUV only went up 120%. You got me beat. That's pretty nasty. MVIS is going to retest $10. I completely am loving MVIS right now. INUV price target. I was very skeptical buying into this, guys. I wanted to get this at 80 cents because I didn't think it was going to go over $1.10, $1.20. I was thinking over maybe 5 days we'd see the levels we're at right now. But it's just buying pressure. Like, there's absolutely no reason for me to believe that it's not going to keep ripping. Like, look at this. Look at the candles. Look at how clean these candles are. If we change this to a 1-day chart, 1 minute, and just zoom in here on the price action for the day, look at how clean this is. Like, there's no long wicks at the top of these candles, guys. This is straight buying pressure. There's no, it's like, it's just up. And into the after hours, it's just going up. Like, that's just nasty. I don't know. I think it's going to break $2 at the end of after hours if it keeps up like this. I plan on holding this for a couple months. As long as Vanguard has a position, I'm going to hold my position. I'll tell you that right now. Buy-in price for INUV? I feel so uncomfortable saying a good buy price for this, just because this is such a heavy chase right now, because it is up over 123% on the day, and we ended at $1.45 and we're at $1.74 right now. So this is literally up over $1 from when we opened at. It opened at 65 cents, or closed at 65 cents, right? So I think if you want to get into this, watch for a pullback around $1.39. I think that's the safest thing that I can say. PTN. PTN did pretty good. I don't mind that. I had a play in PTN once upon a time. I mean, no, I got into PTE. I'm just kidding. I didn't have a play in this. It looks good, though. The volume's picking up a little bit. The VAMA's over the 200 EMA. That's gapping up. We closed a lot higher than we opened. That looks good. Yeah, I don't mind that. Check dare. All right, bet. Dare. Woo! Man, I'm telling you. You literally could have thrown a dart at a dartboard of stocks, and if you put your money into whatever stock you hit, you probably would have made money today. These days are so rare. But this looks exactly like INUV. It's literally the exact same chart. Huge pump in volume, up 63%. That looks pretty filthy. And it's still climbing in the after hours, which is really crazy. I'm curious what the retracement looks like. Volume is nuts. RSI is extremely overbought. It might retrace to 290, but if it doesn't, I think it'll drop down to about 263, which lines up with some candles. Check BANT. A couple people have told me to look into BANT. Wow. Look at that volume. Holy crap. I feel like every stock in the market right now is just getting crushed. That's insane. If you got in for less than a penny, you have got to be a very happy guy right now. This looks like CLWD when it did its run up. And now CLWD is just pissing me off. BANT looks pretty nuts. I'm going to look at a retracement just so I can give you an idea of an entry point. If you got in for less than a penny, I wouldn't even touch it. Because at that point, what's the risk, you know? The chance of it going back down to less than a penny? I think you're looking fine. But a retracement, I think the most likely thing is back down to about 2 cents. I think that's about 0.017. Look for that. I love grits, especially cheese grits. However, PTN and Zan, not a big winner. It's just on my radar as a safe money beg catcher. Good stuff. Good stuff, Flacco. Flacco is really good. Guys, we're going to have Flacco on and another guy from the Discord named Ben sometime this week. And you guys are going to love them. They are very insightful guys. They've got a great trading strategy. And this is going to be something we're going to do moving forward. I hope you guys are excited for that. It's going to be the Treyders Podcast. We're going to talk literally just about stocks, cover price action on the day, any hot stocks. We can talk about BNGO if you want with that direct offering. We can talk about BANT. We can talk about where we think the market's going. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, SPTK. People have been telling me to check this out, especially in the Discord. I probably typed that wrong. Oh, man. I can't find it now. STPK. That's what it is. That doesn't look too bad. It's starting to gap up, too. That looks good. Looking like we're crumbing up on a level of resistance right here. This looks like a pretty significant level. $37, you break that, I think you're going to be pushing 39, 40. SGBX. Guys, I want to hear about your margins today. I want everybody in the comment section to drop some margins. There are people in the Discord that had margins today of like 50 to 100%. That is so Filthy. That's so filthy. Man, that is what the definition of cooking with Crisco is. But SGBX, SG Blocks, looks pretty solid. It's been growing really steadily. This is a solid growth stock. We've been on a pretty solid upward channel. RSI has never really been approaching overbought. It's just growing. If it continues this channel, I would anticipate that we see a high somewhere around $9 tomorrow, most likely. Because of your call on Bile, I got in at 84 cents. You're sitting beautiful. I'm telling you, Bile is going to keep running. I am going to be looking to sell Bile probably Thursday, take some profits, but this should be very, very close to another Grand Slam stock. I think it's going to pretty easily push through this $1.31 mark and then $1.35. I'm in at a dollar cost average of 97 cents. I averaged down today, but I'm in at 96.8 cents with 7,000 shares, and I'm going to be looking to hold this until probably about $1.50, and I'll be very content locking in 50% margin on this. They got a price target from Citron of 100? What? That's pretty nasty. I'm going to write that one down, man. I'm going to do a little more reading on that. I don't want to give you a hard opinion yet, but I am going to look into that. And if I think it's a solid play, I will definitely update on that. I promise you. STPK. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was coming from Boomstick. Boomstick's a part of the Patreon, too. He's over at the Twitch stream. I appreciate you, my friend. I came up on Dare today, Sens and INUV, but sold my INUV with little profits. Oh, I feel you. Because I see where you're coming from. Today, there was a period of time where I was a little bit nervous. I was like, this is probably the run-up, and if I buy in right now, I'm just going to get screwed. And I think it was at about $1.10. We were sitting about here. I was like, that's probably about it. This is probably about the ceiling. And we touched 99 cents, and it was literally off to the races. Like, I saw it touch $1.25, and it touched back down at $1.12. And I made a quick wit decision, and I said, all right, I'm getting on a ship. The ship has left the dock. I'm getting in an INUV. That was such a bad pun. That's when I pivoted over. And this is honestly unrealistic growth. Like, this looks like Tesla. This looks like Tesla penny stocks. And even now, in the after hours, it's at $1.80. I can't believe this. This is so gross. Like, I don't see a reason why it's going to stop running yet. The volume's there. It was consistent the entire day. It wasn't just a pump. This is literally just millions of people buying the stock. It's crazy. AEZS. Let's see. Looks pretty clean. Yeah. The volume is a little bit sporadic. We're a little bit overbought today, but just looking at the trends here, it's not typically overcorrected too harshly. So it looks like a pretty clean stock. If you're looking to get in, I'm going to retrace it real quick and just see what we're looking at for a level. And you're probably going to be looking at either 65 cents or 67 cents. I think somewhere in that window you're going to do pretty well. And that does line up really well with some previous levels of support. We do have a couple different candles touching here. So I think that 65 cent mark is your best bet. For sure. You got an INUV at 89 cents? God, man. Yeah, I'm telling you. So I actually stayed in ship this morning because they had a news release saying that they were going to be presenting today at like 8 o'clock Pacific time. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'd like to make some profits back on this. I was down a little bit, about 150 bucks. And I stayed in that stock thinking I'll have a time to get into on a dip on INUV. And that did not happen. So I was like, all right, I'm up about 100 bucks right now. And I think it was actually a little less than that. But I'll just show you guys just so you can see. I was up about $65. I said, screw it. I'm going to take my money over to INUV. I did it. We're looking really nice right now. Good call. You got it in absolutely beautiful. That's filthy. 1,000 shares at 97 cents? Money. What do I think about BlackBerry? BlackBerry, from my understanding, ooh, that looks good. That looks really good. The volume's picking up. The RSI is a little overbought, historically speaking. The price action's kind of flat, so this is uncharted territory. I don't know how it's going to correct. Last time it corrected to just a hair below neutral. I think your best bet here with the run-up is going to be, I'm going to take it from this base right here. I think it's probably going to correct to 1120 if you're looking for an entry point. We do have a couple different candle wicks here, so that's a good level of support. Watch for 1120. But it looks good. I know they have a new phone coming out. They're going to get back into the phone game. I can see that being solid for sure. GRTS is filthy. Filthy. Oh yeah, that's so filthy. 1 second, I'll find a possible decent buy-in price, right? This happens to me every time. I give you guys these crazy plays, and then I just get stuck in my head. I'm like, I gotta like finish off this play before I move over to this one. But sometimes you don't have time to make those decisions. Like if you see that the stock is in your buy zone, you might have 5 minutes to make that decision, and sometimes I'm just too slow to pull the trigger. Sends, filthy. Filthy, filthy, filthy. This is a nasty stock. Guys, I'm enjoying a little bit of rum because we had a hell of a day. My portfolio was at 26,000 this morning, and I am up to about 30 and some change. I'm a very happy guy. I hope you guys crush it too. Sense is great, and I see no reason why I won't keep running yet. The RSI, when it's corrected in the past, it's pretty neutral. Volume is there. It's actually higher than it was the previous trading day. Huge gap between the 15 VAMA and 200 EMA. Filthy. It looks really nice. Zoom, I have a video coming out later, so I'm not going to quite touch on that, but I'm not worried about Zoom. We were positive 10% on the day. I am still very high on this. I'm going to be holding this until late March. I think this is a 5-bagger. If you wait 2 months, 5-bagger. How do I invest $500 this week? Well, I would give you 2 ideas. MVIS, buying at $6.50. I think it's going to touch $10 in the next 10 days. Or I would recommend, if you really want to be safe, this is going to be a growth stock no matter what. If you're looking for like long-term growth, FRSX, 2 years from now, I could easily see being a $70 company. So if you get into this, I think you're always going to do well. Jaguar Health price target for end of January. That's hard to say. I feel better giving you a price target by the merger date. So 3 weeks from now. I think that's a little past January. But if the merger goes through, you're guaranteed $10 from my understanding. CLSN. I sure can check that out. I don't know what this company does, but the volume's pretty consistent. RSI indicator has been, it's been pretty slow growing. It's growing for sure. It doesn't look bad. I think there's more volatile and higher moving stocks right now in the market, but this doesn't look bad. It looks like it's just doing a little bit of retesting of a retracement level. If you can see a push above 93 cents, I think you're likely going to see $1. MVIS is going to leash any day now. Probably should have played more than $11 on it. Oh man, JMD, it's not too late. This stock is so volatile. You have an opportunity. I can easily see this. Well, maybe not, but maybe. I can see it touching 650 again. I can't believe. God, every single stock I own right now is crushing. Man, that feels good. I was negative $3,000 on MVIS for literally a month, guys. I need this moment. That feels so good. That feels so good. But I think it's a highly volatile stock. If you can get into this at 650 to 660, you'll do well. I'm going to scroll to the bottom just so that I can keep up with everybody. Can you look at ACST? I sure can, my friend. Consolidating. Yeah, it's not bad. Volume's consistent. RSI indicator is trading a hair above neutral. It looks like it's getting ready for another takeoff. Oh, actually, I think you were very close to another takeoff. If you have any sort of news catalyst coming out on ACST soon, it should take off. We've got the 15 VAMA just crossed over the 200 EMA. That's a sexy chart. That looks really nice. Look at this. This is what it looks like the last time this happened. The last time the chart looked like this, we had a pretty solid run for about 5 days. ACST looks good. This looks like a pretty big buy. I like that. JAGX, great buy right now. Big, big, big buy. Can you check? And what's your thoughts on Ocugen, OCGN? This is going to be a stock that trades sideways for a really long time and gaps. That's their history. So they're a company that's got works and ties with India, the second most populous country in the world. And the deal with that is they have a vaccine, and anytime it gets any sort of news coverage, right, in that country, you're going to see a huge pump. And you saw that here, right? But lately it's been trading a little bit sideways. I think it's getting ready. We do just recently have the crossover on the 15 VAMA over the 200 EMA. But I think the next time you see this move, it's going to be a gap. It's going to be a gap up in the pre-market like this. That would be tough to hold something negative $3,000. Man, it would be if I didn't have strong conviction of the company. I just don't think people realize that these LiDAR companies like MVIS, VLDR, FRSX, these are the guys selling the pickaxe to these big companies like Tesla, NIO, eventually Microsoft and Apple. Like, they're going to make a lot of money. People, it's just behind. It's a little behind. That's all it is. Let's go. COCP, I'll check out quick. I'll also look at VBIV and MIDI. There were so many stocks that went nuts today. This is insane. That's so crazy. It looks like a chase to me. I would tread very cautiously. This looks a lot like the run up from INUV. If we see a retracement, it's probably going to be at 211. That's the most likely course of action. Worst case scenario is $2. I don't like buying at all-time highs, though. Wait for at least some sort of pullback. That way you know you're not getting into trouble. I'll look at MIDI quick. MIDI doesn't look bad. It just looks like it's retracing right now. It's giving a little bit back from what it gave. I am anticipating that we see a retest of 17 cents. And if you see a bounce off of 17 cents, it looks like a good entry. RSI, it's approaching oversold territory. And anytime you're going to hold a stock, the best time to buy it is when it's being oversold, right? Because that means it's undervalued. So just pay attention to that. If you can get on this when it's oversold, you're going to do pretty well. I'm going to scroll back down to the bottom so I can keep up with everybody. Gevo. Yeah, people want me to cover Gevo. I know it. From my understanding, this is a huge hold stock because Biden works very, very closely with, I think, the founder of the company. And I've seen estimates that have floated around anywhere between $50 to $70 in the long term. I think Gevo looks really nice. If you can get in on any sort of pullback, I think you're going to do extremely well. So watch for that. I think if we hold $10, we won't see a retracement. But if we don't, probably about 960 is going to be the pullback level. Volume is huge right now. It's up 72% on the day. Oh, how many stocks went just crazy? That's nuts. I can't believe that. I can't believe how many stocks are going nuts right now. This is so abnormal. That's nuts. I'll cover Fubo quick. Fubo is another good hold stock. They the only reason you see this downward trend is because they went freaking crazy after a huge run up. So like they were trading for $12 and went all the way up to $62, and they just corrected. And now we're getting back on track. I think now you're getting pretty close to a good time to buy. So I'll take a quick look. If you're looking to hold this long term, this is probably a solid time to buy. It's being oversold. Retracement. You're probably looking at from the top here. If you see it push above $39, you'll probably see it come back into bullish territory. I covered PTN, but I'll cover TEL quick. You just can't lose these days. Honestly, everybody's making money. I love this. This is so good. TEL looks pretty solid. It's been slowly climbing. The volume picked up the last 2 days. It's been in overbought territory for a long time, though. So be very careful. I will retrace this just to give you an idea of what you might be able to expect. I think most likely course of action is going to be 227. That's where I see the most candlesticks. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different touch points here. I think 227 is likely where you'll see a retracement if it happens. It might not happen, right? I'd be willing to bet you if we look at INUV again, it's just still going absolutely nuts. They could very well do the same thing, so it might not come back. I wonder what MVIS is doing. 710. I'll take it. Anytime it's green, I'm happy. Can I see Exela? I sure can. You guys like the shirt? This is a Christmas gift. It's from Bad Habit. It's from the breweries here in local Minnesota. Good stuff. Exela looks really nice. And I know that this was brought to my attention as a stock, to potential stock. And honestly, guys, I don't think any of you brought like bad stocks to my attention. Like, you all brought me the stocks you did because you think they have potential. It's like, at the end of the day, you have to like just choose one. You know what I mean? That doesn't discount any of your guys' work or credit. Like, at the end of the day, I just have to choose one that I like a lot. And Exela looked good. Like, and it obviously worked out. And I'm very, very happy for the guys out there that made money. So I just want there to never be any hard feelings if like I don't cover your stock or it's not one that I push to the channel, you know, because I really do appreciate you guys doing this. It's really cool. So with all that mushy stuff out of the way, we'll just do a quick retracement. Look at a good entry point. Pretty likely that we'll see a retracement to 87 cents. If we do, it is currently still trading pretty bullish in the after hours. It's looking pretty mean. Yeah, that looks nice. Up 25% on the day. It's pretty overbought. Historically speaking, it doesn't correct too harshly. It looks like a pretty safe play. It's not near an all-time high yet. It's approaching. Oh, that looks nice. It's got a big fat cup right here. If you see a handle form, we play this out, and you see a little dip right here, that is bullish territory. That's as bullish as it would get. So watch for that. If Uno best stock for this week, tomorrow 200% guaranteed. Oh, man. That'd be pretty gnarly. That'd be pretty nasty. PEI. Sold 25 shares at 51%. You can't be mad taking profit, man, for sure. I mean, no one would have guessed that would have happened. I never would have guessed that. PEI. That's pretty filthy, man. I don't know why I ran up, but we do have a nice bullish flag here. And that's, on the charts at least, looks extremely nice. So what I'm seeing right off the bat is we had a break through this channel right here. There was compressing. You see a compressing in price action, which is confirmation to buyers that it's a good stock to buy. You see this push above that resistance line, that trend line, and it was just off to the races. So that's what I'm seeing. Is a really nice, clean, bullish flag, pushed through. Volume followed it up. It's been overbought. It was a perfect storm. It looks good. Is it too late for INUV? If you guys have been a part of the channel for a while, you know that I do not like chasing stocks. That's not my trading style. Some people get away with it. I've almost always gotten burned chasing stocks. And like, honestly, I felt kind of iffy getting into this when I got into $1.13. And I feel really iffy getting in at $1.77 right now. Not to say that's not going to work, right? If it continues to run, you're going to be very happy making money. But just know that the risk is higher if you're buying it now, because this is uncharted territory. This is 1 day of price action where we're covering over $1 of price action, right? So if we do have a pullback, you're looking at maybe $1.55, $1.35. Like, it's just a little risky, so be careful. I'm going to scroll to the bottom just so I'm keeping up with everybody. I know I'm missing people. I'm really trying your best. I appreciate everybody's comments. Crazy to see how fast you've grown, brother. Congratulations. I have a channel too and still trying to grow it. Thank you, Roger. I really appreciate that. You're the man. For sure, for sure. You live in PEI? You live in PEI. Money. OBSV. I'll check that out quick. Hey, thank you so much to Plague Bear for the donation. I will cover OEG for you, my friend. That I really do appreciate that. You don't have to do that, guys. I do this just because I love to. This is another stock that people recommended to me, and I don't think you could have gone wrong getting into literally any stock today. Somewhere up here, somebody said every stock did well except for the ones in my portfolio, and I felt so bad for you, my friend. I like your shirt, bro. It looks trippy. Money. The retracement to infidelity is right here. You click draw, and it's just Fibonacci retracement. Super easy. But anyways, I'm going to come back down to this. OBSV looks pretty good. It's got a very nice clean run up right here. It has been overbought, but today was not actually that overbought. It looks like a slight correction, and you were still green, which is huge. This reminds me of Zome's charts for the day. So if we look at Zome, gapped up in the pre-market, and then just kind of bled. OBSV looks kind of the same. Gapped up in the pre-market and just kind of bled, but it's bouncing back pretty nice right now. That looks good. I wonder if Zome's bouncing. I didn't even look. Yeah, sitting about the same, but OBSV looks good. I think a pretty safe buy. It will depend on the retracements. Let me check. It might come back down to 414. It might not, though. It looks like it's going to push above this retracement line, so that might be all that it gives. And I actually like that a lot because there's a gap right here in price action, and it stopped immediately at that gap. I'm using Fidelity Pro. Thank you for asking. New sub here. Can you talk about IZEA worldwide? Took my profits today, but can you give us your feedback? Great channel and content, by the way. Thank you, Marco. I appreciate that. I don't know. Is IZEA, is that just its ticker? Oh, yeah, nice. Well, I don't know anything about the company, I'll be honest, but I can tell you what the charts look like, and the charts look really clean. They look super good. The gap between the 15 VOM and the 200 MA is growing every sinsingle day. RSI has approached overbought, and it corrects very neutral. It looks like a solid growth stock, honestly. It's been nothing but up. Looks super clean. It's holding up really well at the retracement level. It looks solid. Now I'm going to cover OEG for Plag. I really, really appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Orbital Energy is looking really good. I like that a lot. There's a gap between the 15 VOM and 200 EMA right now. The RSI, we were green on the day, 4%, and we actually traded below neutral for quite a while. So I think there's a lot of room left to run here. It looks like actually this is one of the safer buys that I've seen today. This one I don't mind at all. I'm going to draw a retracement to see how that lines up. Yeah, that's nice. So this is acting as a level of resistance. We're using this retracement at 38% as a level of support. That comes out to 388. It looks like a safe buy. I like that. Good call, Plag. Thanks for bringing that up. I'm going to scroll to the bottom just so I can keep up with everybody. Can I explain the differences in the levels of my Patreon? Definitely can. So I've got 3 different levels. The $5 Discord is a primary and open Discord to anybody. So if you pay the $5 a month for the Patreon, you are completely able to get into that. And I'll show you everything that we have available. We have a bunch of... I clicked on the wrong thing. We've got SPAC plays, short-term plays, cold stocks, mid-term plays, long-term plays, investing assistance, and chat and questions. And you do get real-time insight to my personal trading as well. And then the $10 tier gives you access to the advanced Discord. And the difference here is that the advanced Discord is meant for people who aren't looking to have their questions answered. They'd like to surround themselves with people who have a better understanding of investing. Whereas with the primary Discord, we're completely open to beginning level investors so that we can help you grow and help you do what you need to do. Some people are just in different places, you know, so I have those two as separate alternates in case you'd like to do that. I hope that answers your question. Top 3 picks for penny stocks this week. Also, thanks for your hard work. Looking forward to many episodes of Treyders Podcast in the future. God bless. Thank you, my friend. COCP, I'm going to cover that too. But my 3 favorite picks right now, I think if you want to hold stocks, I think FRSX looks really nice. I think you're going to do well with INUV. And I think you're going to do well with MVIS. And I know I've got half my portfolio on MVIS, but that's because I believe in the company. I've done a lot of due diligence on these guys. So those are my 3 favorite penny stocks right now. And all of them are heating up. MVIS is about to rip. I mean, you can't even really consider FRSX a penny stock anymore, but it was. And then INUV is obviously doing what it's doing. Like, that's all the proof in the pudding there. But I will cover COCP quick. $50 price target. That's really high. I don't know what these guys do, but the volume is nuts. I'm going to have to look into this more. I'll write this down. I did cover this a little bit earlier. No, I didn't. Just kidding. Oh, yeah, I did. I've got a retracement here, but it looks good. It looks solid. Watch for a retracement back to about $2.10. I'll look into the price target, though. CTRM has been kind of bumming me out. I really want to see it push so bad. I've been holding the stock because I like how the chart setup is, but it just hasn't been doing it, man. It needs to push above this level at 37 cents. It tested it earlier today, and it just couldn't break it, so we bled the rest of the day. So if you see it push above 37 cents, I think we'll be good. Am I going to buy the dip of BNGO when they do the share offering? That's a good question. Part of me wants to. Part of me not really. I'm going to be honest. I put out a video once, and I know it's probably none of you guys watching, but I put out a video after they did their first offering right here, and they were starting to bleed. I said, hey guys, BNGO did a direct offering. I'm pulling out, and unless you're midterm or long-term holding this stock and you're swing trading, right, I recommend you get out too. And I got like a ton of people that hated on me for that, so I just tried to stay away from BNGO because I just didn't want to deal with it. I know that's a dumb reason, but I just think there's other stocks for me. I appreciate you asking, though. I really do. All right, I'm going to start at the bottom here again. Fuel cell. Oh, thank you. I really wanted to talk about this baby. Fuel Cell's killing right now. Oh. Everyone was telling me in the Discord, they said, you should have sold at 20, man. And I didn't agree. Well, not everybody said that. I should correct myself. A lot of people sold at 20. And I just think that this is going to be a $30 or $35 play. I think there's a lot of room to run left. So I still have my complete position in Fuel Cell. And I was up about two grand or so, and I didn't sell anything. You can see here, I still have 229 shares. Still a dollar cost average of 11.18. I'm feeling really good about that. MVIS, I'll cover that again. I'll talk about MVIS any day of the week. MVIS is heating up. They look so good right now. We're going to change this to a 15-minute chart. Look at this, guys. It's been green for every day for 5 days. I think if we see a retest here, you can tell I spend a lot of time on these charts because I love this company. But if we see a retest of $7.39, I think it's off to $8 for sure. Jonathan, thank you. I really appreciate that. Entering MVIS, Michael, I think a good entry point is going to be around $6.50. Most days we do see that price range, so I think you're going to do really well if you get it under $6.50. Love the energy. Thank you, Maria. I appreciate that. It was a good day. It's hard not to have high energy after a day like this. You could have. Every stock was just going nuts. You really couldn't beat it. It was nice. Would it be good to enter? Oh, I already answered that. Yeah. Just look for 650. SNGX, I'll cover quick. To be honest with you, it is moving up, but these are really ugly candle wicks. This indicates really weak buying pressure and a lot of selling pressure. So I'm not entirely sure. I don't think this is short attacked, but if it is short attacked, you should see a pretty mean squeeze on this. The volume's there. It was overbought. We have a huge gap between the 15 VAMA and the 200 EMA that opened up here as of the pre-market. I'm going to change it to the 1 month chart and see how that looks. Woo! Why did we see this sell-off? That's nasty. Holy crap. It looks like it's beginning a run. It doesn't look bad. I like that a lot. Anybody that I'm missing, I really apologize. I'm trying my best to get to everybody that I can. FRSX for $9.25, is that all right? Thomas, that is a great question. Never sell that stock for the rest of your life. No. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. You're doing really good. You'll do fine. I think if you hold that stock a month from now, you're going to be looking at $13, $14 pretty easily. If you look at this a year from now, $30 or $40 for sure. GVO, please advise. GVO is a big hold. Hold. Don't sell. There's a lot of upside here. This is a hold stock. Biden taking office is going to be huge for this company. He has direct relations with the founder of GVO. This is going to be a big stock for 2021. What is my position in INUV? That is a good question. I will show you. I have a dollar cost average of 113, 2,200 shares, and about $3,190. So I got it with about $2,500. Honestly, I wish I would have put in more. My big regret for the day, if I had one, is that I didn't sell out of CTRM and put it into INUV. But at the end of the day, you can't be mad about profit, right? And I am up money on INUV, so I really can't say much. I'm living pretty good. I'm happy with that. GSAT. Hey, Larry, I appreciate you saying that. For real. I just try to be transparent with you guys. GSAT, Global Star. I've heard really good things about this, and it looks really nice on the charts. It looks like it's just consolidating right now. The volume is dying a little bit, but consolidation slightly favors buyers. This is acting as confirmation to buyers that it's not highly risk. There's not a lot of risk involved. That's a pretty clean bullish flag. It's tightening up really nice right now. If you see this play out, and you see it push above probably about 97 cents, it should break $1 and push towards these all-time highs at $1.15. Do I have more stocks for this or next week? I will have more for next week, but I'm going to be riding out Biol. Biol, I think, is going to be $1.35 to $1.50. I think I'm going to keep riding out IV. Oh, what am I doing? Not IVUN. I keep getting the ticker wrong on this. INUV. I don't know. I can't remember that, guys. I'm going to keep writing out INUV. This stock looks pretty mean. And those are my two favorite right now. But I also think ABGR is going to be good. Avenger. These are my three favorites. Castor, sell. CTRM, I'm holding it for now. I'll update you guys if I do sell, if I decide to, but I'm going to hold it for now. It's still consolidating. The only reason I was upset today is because there was other stocks that were running that I had my eye on, and I was holding a stock that wasn't moving. And there's nothing that frustrates you more than FOMO, man. Not that I gave into that, but you get what I mean. Why Thursday for BioLace? Hey, I really do appreciate the $2 too, Marco. Thank you. That's awesome. Buy at current price. I think if you can get Bio slipping anywhere in that 90-cent range, you're going to make a lot of money. Thursday, there is a webinar that we're expecting out of Bio. I'll show this to you really quick. They have a special meeting of stockholders here. Where was it? I have it on the Discord. Here it is, dental webinars. So it's on Thursday. We're expecting them to give a laser-assisted pediatric dentistry case review. And if that goes well, that's going to happen at 4 p.m. Pacific time. That should be really solid. I think anywhere between $1.35 and $1.50 is pretty realistic. Flacco Black, my man. You did well with AVGR. God, he makes some good calls. AVGR was a good call. You did really well. What's my price target on AVGR, and can we look at JAGX? AVGR, it's tough to say. I think this is a better midterm hold to long-term hold. I could see this being a graduate out of penny stock realm someday, for sure. And I will give you another look at JAGX again, but JAGX to me is going to be a mid-hold stock. You're going to be looking at 2 or 3 weeks until the merger's announced, and then when it is announced, it's going to be pretty filthy. I think automatically it's going to bring this to $10. So if you're holding at $3 and you can wait 3 weeks, you're looking at 300% margin. Thoughts on DDD? The volume's dying a little bit, but it is still growing, which is a positive sign to me. The gap is still growing. It looks pretty good. If the volume starts pushing again, I would really like DDD. It corrects really well from the overbought territory on the RSI. The gap's growing between the 15 volume and the 200 EMA. I'm going to look at a retracement quick. Let me pull up a Fibonacci. I think worst case scenario, we see this retrace at $28. That'd be a pretty good buy. Moose versus Bears and Bulls. Dude, I really appreciate you making that video. That was really cool. I watched that. That was really, really well detailed. If anybody's interested in checking out his channel, it's pretty good. I recommend it. I'm using Robinhood. Do you recommend a particular app or company? I think Webull is really good, and Fidelity is really good. I personally use Fidelity just because I like the chart setup. Why did I type that in? I like Fidelity personally just because of the chart setup. But Webull does have 4 a.m. Trading for pre-market, which is really nice. So if you're interested in that, I do have a link to Webull. It'll give you 4 free stocks if you deposit $100, but I don't really care. You can do whatever you want, man. Sandollar, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate that. I will check out Vizzle. That is so awesome. You guys rock. Vizzle looks pretty mean. The volume has been really consistently high the last 3 days. Oh, that's so filthy. I wish I had more money, guys. I'd be putting money in so many stocks. I'd watch for a retracement at 244. It seems like a pretty safe buy, but it is gapping in the pre-market right now, which seems like a lot of stocks are doing. Overbought territory, so I wouldn't recommend buying right now. It is risky. But it looks filthy. If you have a position right now, I continue to hold. Thoughts on CNET? I'm at a huge loss currently, in at 388. CNET. I'm sorry to hear that you're losing, man. You're in at 388, is that what I heard? Okay. So you bought on the run up then, huh? I hate to break it to you, man, but I don't see any sort of reversal coming, which sucks. But hey, don't feel bad. Let me show you something. I've lost on positions too. I've closed out of OCGN, Naked, and Lee, all for losses. Sometimes you lose. Sometimes the best thing you can do when you're losing is just accept your loss and move your money somewhere else where it can make that money back. That's my best advice to you. It just doesn't look like it's going anywhere right now. The volume's not there. It's pretty flat, trading sideways. You're going to look for some sort of news catalyst. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting there for a while. Ellie, thank you so much for $10. Wow, you guys are so crazy. You really don't have to do that. I'm just doing this because I love doing it. This is fun for me. That means a lot. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am on StockTwits. Altho Gaming, thanks for asking. I am on StockTwits. You can check me out. My name is Treyders Trades on StockTwits. I do post on there sometimes. I should more often, but I do work full time, so I do my best. Flacco Black. PTN gonna be the move. I'm about to look more into it. PTN, let me check that out. Flacco Black is usually spot on with his predictions. I'm gonna look more into it too because the chart looks pretty good. $0.87. If I can get an 87 cents on this, I feel pretty safe. I'm gonna scroll to the bottom just so I can keep up here. Oh, dude. Ezgi Suman, thank you so much. You guys rock. You guys are so cool. I really appreciate you guys supporting me. You definitely don't have to do that. Thank you so much. RMNI. Investor Day, February 1st. AGP Emerging Growth Conference, February 4th. RMNI. Let me check it out. Investor Day, February 1st. I'm anticipating you're going to continue to see a run-up. I'm guessing that's what this is right here. Huge gap between the 15 VOM and 200 EMA. It's gapping every day. It's continuous growth. There hasn't been any pullbacks. This looks like Tesla, except a penny stock. That looks nice. Yeah, the volume's consistent. RSI is consistent. This looks like it's not really going to turn your stomach. I think you could buy in. You could probably buy in right now. In worst case scenario, you'll be red for a couple days, and then you'll go green. It looks pretty safe. Thank you again, Ezgi. I really appreciate it. AGP. Oh, well, that must not be a stock. My bad. Do I think Plug is going to go up more? I bought 100 shares for $3.50 a share. Never sell. Never sell. No, I'm kidding. You have to sell someday, but I do think Plug is going to keep going up. I think Plug is going to be a $100 stock at the end of the year very easily, and probably higher than that. Think about this. Plug 10 days ago was a $30 stock, and now it's at 66. If they can do that in 10 days, where do you think they're going to be in a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, you know? I think they're going to keep growing. I really like Plug. Volume is consistent too. RSI trades pretty up and down. It's a little up and down, but their correction from $30 was only down to 50 and some change. It's looking solid. STPK is on fire. Someone said this had a $100 price target. I'm going to have to read into that. But if it does, if that's true, I'm going to find out why. And if I can find a good reason, I would definitely suggest this to people. So I'll find out. BFT. Heard. Pay safe. Eventually. This eventually will be pay safe. This looks like a very clean chart. They ended up 6% on the day, but they are growing really nice in the after hours. Gapped up in the after hours the day before. Gapped up again in the well, I suppose it's not the pre-market, but volume's up a little bit. RSI did approach oversold, corrected nicely. I think this is a good company to get into. I'm going to look at a retracement quick. I know Chris Zane is very high up on BFT, which is surprising. I thought he would be. But I respect his calls. He's almost always right, you know. The only one that I don't agree with Chris Zane is Dropbox, but I have mad respect for his channel. He's actually the guy who inspired me to start this channel, so he's good stuff. Anyways, I'd watch for an entry point around 1645. 1645 looks really solid, but it looks like it's going to keep growing. We've got the crossover here, the 15 VOM over the 200 EMA. Volume's up. There's a lot of red bars, though, so just be careful. I'm going to scroll to the bottom. TSNP. I see a lot of people commenting that, so I better cover it. Ooh, that's a lot of green volume. That looks pretty nice. I like that. Potential entry points. Probably around. Based on the price action, I think the most likely correction is going to be around 24 cents. If it happens, it might not. But it's pretty clean. It looks like it's actually beginning to form a bullish flag. So let me draw a quick trend line out. If that plays out and you do see that come to fruition, it'll probably consolidate for a while, trade sideways. Holding the bag for 20K and naked. Oh, no, man. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me look at the chart and see what I'm seeing. It's just consolidating. It's just trading sideways, so it's not bad yet. It is still trading higher than it was previously. But if you're holding the bag since June, oh, yeah. You got to go even farther back. Not year to date, 1 year. Yeah, you got a minute. That's a lot of money, too. Shoot. I hate to say it, but that's going to take a minute. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Or sister. Thanks, champ, for BFT. $116 for 5 weeks. Good stuff. I'm glad you guys are eating. That is money. Money, money, money. Man, I hope you guys had a good day in the market. Tell me a little bit about your guys' day in the market. I want to read a little bit. I know that people over the Discord had some crazy margins. I want to know how you guys did today. Stoked your day was so successful, man. I've been taking trading seriously only for a couple weeks, and you are the main person I go to for advice. Oh, dude. Richard, I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I by no means think I'm the best trader in the world, but what I do take pride in is that I listen to your guys' suggestions, and I do pay very close attention to the stocks you recommend, and I try to pick the best ones out of that so that we can all eat together. You know what I mean? HYSR. Sun Hydrogen. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. They look good. Volume's consistent. They're gapped up right now. It's a little overbought. I wouldn't buy in yet. Will Zome go up tomorrow? I think Zome's going to continue growing all the way until March. I can't guarantee it's going to go up tomorrow. There was a lot of red volume here. It was trading neutral, so this could go either way. Historically speaking, it tends to go up more than it goes down. I think it's more likely we see it go up. BNGO entry price, please. Ellie, I can do that for you. Based on this run-up, I think you're likely to see it pull back. I think 650 is pretty realistic. I think 782 is best case scenario. That's my 2 cents. It's not quite approached oversold territory yet, and I think it likely will. TRXC is still rocketing. I know some people in the Discord were making some filthy money on this. Oh, that's nasty. That is so nasty. I can't even imagine. There are so many good plays out there today. My weed stocks went down, but the rest are up. Money's money. Money's money, baby. I'm going to read what you guys did for your portfolios today. I like reading these. I'm up 3K. Love Green Days. Money. Invested in Jivo with my triple leverage account and walked away with 37,500 in profit. That's more than my portfolio, man. That's sick. I love it. Down 500 pounds from CLWD. CLWD's been mean. It hasn't been treating me nice either. I'm down about 900 in this. MVIS is doing nice. Up 92% after hours in INUV. Got it at 91.5. You're sitting filthy, dude. That's nuts. Up 10% today, 112% in 1 month. Nasty. I'm up about, I think, 9% today. You're killing it. That's crushing. 9K and 12%. Man, I love seeing this. This is sick. After today, up 300% with FRSX. Nasty. You guys are crushing. 1900 today. Amazing day today. Full of growth, one step closer to my dreams every day, beyond thankful. That is so nice, guys. I'm really, really happy to see this. That's so cool. Didn't want to chase AVGR, picked up CBRP instead. I'll check that out real quick. CBRP. Maybe I spelled that wrong. It's not popping up. Maybe it's an OTC stock. I don't know. I apologize, man. I love OBSV too. This looks dirty. It looks real dirty. I like that a lot. Entry around 425 or 414. Somewhere in that price zone. Looks really nice. MBIS video will go live after this live stream. I have it recorded. I just have to post it. It was rendering. 72% this month. Mara, I'll cover that quick. The volume's backing off a little bit, which I'm assuming correlates with Bitcoin. It looks like it's going to bleed a little bit down to 2027. So if you're looking for an entry, watch for a bounce off that. I hope that helps. Made $110,000 profit on TSNP. What the? I think that takes the cake, man. I don't think I've seen anybody with a higher profit than that. That is so nasty. God, that's filthy nasty, dude. That's sick. Heck yeah, I love seeing that. That's a good question. If I get deployed, would I still be able to upload and make vids or even trade? So if I get deployed, the most likely place where I'm going to go, guys, is going to be Korea, South Korea. And I should have access to a computer. I'll probably have to buy one when I'm there. So it might be like a 4, 5, 6, 7 day transition where I'm not able to post videos. But once I get into my routine, I should be able to. It's just going to be at a different time standard. So it's going to be tough. We'll see how it swings, but that's a long time from now. From my understanding, I won't deploy for at least another year and a half. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Entry point 99 cents on Zone. What do you think it will hit at the end of the week? End of the week, it's really hard for me to predict, to be honest. I think by the end of March, it's a 5-bagger, if you're willing to wait that long. I think it's definitely worth it. You're looking at 400% or 500% profits at that point. Oh, CRBP. That's fair. I should have tried that. It looks pretty good. I like that. RSI still trading neutral and it went up today. If you can see a break through $1.81, that should be pretty nice. And before we do that, you're going to have to break $1.79. We'll just call it the same resistance level. Big gap between the 15 volume and 200 EMA. Volume's about consistent. If you see a push in volume like this, it should be pretty gross, pretty nice. What price will INUV settle at? Well, I don't know, because it's still going. The most that we saw it settle down, if we change this to the 2-day chart quick, was right around here. We saw this period of time where it kind of slowed down, and that was like it. And it's still it's gapping up right now, which is just crazy. I wish I could give you an answer, but I just can't. That's just one day of price action. That's too hard. I'm going to be praying for your safety. I appreciate that a lot. It's a long ways down the road, guys, so don't worry too much about it. I really do appreciate it. That's awesome. UAVS. Holy Toledo. 22%. You know what's funny, guys? When I got into MVIS, once upon a time, I was going to flip it as a swing trade, right? As a penny stock swing trade. And I flipped a coin between this company, UAVS, and MVIS. And I ended up picking MVIS. So we see how that worked out. But I'm very happy with my decision. But UAVS looks clean. It's looking real nice right now. Change this to 60-minute. That's dirty. Volume is picking up too. That's off of not even crazy volume. That looks very clean. Let's see a retracement just to give you an idea of a pullback if we do see one. Pretty likely pullback is going to be this 1155 mark. Welcome to NC. I'm excited to go, man. I bought my first house out in Fayetteville. I'm very excited. I'm actually closing on it in like 2 days. So that's going to be sick. I'm really, really excited for that. It's a beautiful 4-bedroom, 3 bath. My girlfriend's going to move in with me in about a year or so. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I love Korea. It's a great place. Thank you. I'm excited. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. I covered CTRM. I have not covered LPCN. I'll cover that quick. Volume's up. RSI overbought. Gapped up here on the 15 volume over the 200 EMA. Correction, historically speaking, is pretty neutral. It looks like a pretty safe buy. We've got a George W right here, a double bottom out, a stair-stepping double bottom out. It looks bullish. That looks really bullish. And if we see a break above this wick right here, just below $2, it should be pretty mean. Your laughter is infectious. Thank you, Mallory. I just enjoy doing what we do here. It's fun. Dare. I'll cover Bob off first and then Dare. I don't really want to touch this stock. I mean, I'm not going to deter you, but I've read some things about Baba that I don't particularly like. It does look like they're bouncing back now, but I think there's better companies. To be honest. Don't let me deter you. I just the volume's up, which is nice. It looks like the 15 VAMA is approaching the 200 EMA, so that could be good. It's actually crossed over it, which is good. So that's a bullish indicator. But fundamentally speaking, that's it's just my opinion. I wouldn't want to touch it, but I will touch Dare quick. Yeah, that's gross. That's so nice. Retracement's 241. Volume is insane. It went up 63% today. There's probably going to be a pullback, but I don't know for sure. It does look like it's leveled off here in the after hours finally. So watch for a pullback to maybe 263 to 241. I think that's the most likely place because that's where a lot of price action is. I think that's going to be the next base. Congratulations to all on the massive profits. Beautiful. BLSP. I'll check that out again. 400. What? That's insane. Holy crap. Why can't CLWD do this? Well, I guess they already did. Pretty likely to see a pullback to about 2.5 cents if I had to guess. Oh, man. The volume is up a lot compared to usual. Extremely overbought, so be very careful. Because in the past, it has corrected for a long time. So just don't get caught holding the bag. Is there a catalyst for MVIS we should look out for and are you holding JAGX? I'm not currently in JAGX, but I plan on getting in. And as for MVIS, the next catalyst that I know about is in April. They're presenting on their automotive LiDAR. And if that goes well, we're expecting them to be in a buyout conversation with a couple companies that are looking to capitalize on that. I'm using Fidelity Pro. Good question. Can anyone join your Discord? Anybody can join. Yep, it's so the link to the Patreon's in the description down below. All that you need to do is click on the link, and it's $5 for the cheapest monthly plan. Of course, you don't need to do that. You can absolutely watch my videos for free. It's not necessary at all. So be nice to me. I'm in for 235. I'm in at 235 for 60 shares. I'm being nice to you, my friend. I feel you. Oh, you're doing well. You're doing good. That's not bad. If you make money, you make money at the end of the day. For sure. I'm with you, man. That's good. Short-term zone before the launch. If you catch it under $1, I think it'll be good. I like it at about 95 cents. I'm going to get a drink of water real quick. I'll be back, guys. All right, I'll stream for another 5 or so minutes, and I'm going to call it. It has been about an hour and some change. I'm going to scroll to the bottom just so I can keep up to date with everybody. You made over 1K on TSNP and ASTI today. I didn't even look at ASTI. Oh my God. Why can't I ever find these plays, man? That's disgusting. That's so cool. You crushed it. That looks beautiful. Huge, huge, huge gap right here. That's nice. Overbought territory. I don't know if you're going to hold or not, but it looks really bullish. It looks really nice. We haven't really seen a pullback either yet. If we watch for one, quite a bit of price action here at that 2 cent range. 1.67 probably. I need to hear the technical lingo. I need to hear the technical lingo and words dealing with VAMA and so on. Flacco, it's so easy. You'll get this, brother. You already know this stuff. You just don't know the technical words. You're so good at this. I'm going to get to these guys that made a donation. You guys are so awesome. I really do appreciate that. Leroy, you're the man. No, you're the man. Right back at you, my friend. My opinion on Sen. Thank you, Marco, again. I really appreciate it. Your opinion on Sen looks dead. Let me take a look. Oh, do you mean Sens? I'm guessing you mean Sens. I think Sens is okay. Just watch for a pullback. That's all that I recommend. I think it's likely we see a pullback. So, you're pretty likely to see a pullback to around $2.35 if I had to guess. I think that's your safest entry. Try not to buy at the all-time high. If you can get some sort of pullback on this, you're going to do pretty well. It is forming a bullish flag right now, a pretty small one, but it is a bullish flag nonetheless. So we've got the pull right here, and then if we zoom in a little bit, you can see a start of a flag, which is right here. So if that breaks the downward trend line, it'll probably bleed a little. If it breaks up, it'll keep running. Thanks for the question, and thank you for donating. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. JagX is a hold. Hold it for a couple weeks, and you'll get paid a lot of money. It's they're in rumor. Actually, it's been confirmed of a merger, so that's good. JT Cali, thank you for $5, man. I really, really appreciate it. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. Thank you. CBBT, my friend, looks like a very solid growth stock. The RSI is nothing crazy. It trades pretty neutral. The corrections aren't harsh. Anytime it's been overbought, it comes back down to 50. The lowest I'm seeing here is like 44, and that's a really nice correction. That's not bad at all. So if you're looking at a correction here, actually this looks like a pretty solid buying opportunity, to be honest, because historically speaking, we're not really dipping much lower than this on the RSI. So if you can get in at 11 cents, maybe even like 10.5 cents, I think you'll do really well. Volume's consistent, huge gap between the 15 volume and 200 EMA. It's just pretty constant growth. It looks nice. APXT I'll cover quick. You guys are gonna be sad. You're gonna be so sad. I got out of APXT today. I took a small profit and I got out, and I did it so that I could get into INUV. So I don't regret it. It was just not moving. I made like 15% profit or something, and I just wanted to get in on INUV, so I did. And I'm glad I did. I might come back to APXT, but I'm definitely going to let INUV run while it's running. But to answer your question, APXT right now is moving in a downward channel, and we're looking for a break here. So if we extend out this upward channel right here, right, this upward movement, we're coming up in a pretty critical zone. So if I zoom this out and you follow this through this exact line, and we follow this through, it's going to have to go one of two ways. So you're going to continue to see the top of these candles, follow through with the top of these candles here, and it'll continue its downward trend, or you're going to see a bounce off of this trend line, and it'll continue to move up. If you see a push underneath this trend line right here, it's probably going to keep bleeding. SYN. Oh, that is a nice looking cup and handle, man. Oh man, I love seeing a chart like that. That's filthy. That looks good. This looks primed and ready to rip. The only thing that's missing right now is some volume. You get a little bit of volume behind this and it's going to push. Dr. Denton Fender. My 5-second opinion on Dent. 5-second opinion. All right. I can't see it. I'm sorry. I guess I don't have it available on my brokerage account. I apologize, my friend. I'm going to scroll to the bottom. We'll cover 3 more stocks. I'll cover CTRM quick. I've covered this already, but don't be nervous yet. We were green on the day. It was up 1.58%. It's just consolidating right now. We're getting ready for the next leg up, I think. The volume's staying pretty consistent. The RSI is trading just a hair above neutral. There's nothing to be worried about yet. I'm holding INUV, personally. Good question. INUV for me is going to be a couple month hold, because Vanguard has a position in this, and unless they pull out, I'm going to keep my money, because why would they pull their money out for any other reason than they think the company's done, right? I don't think they would have put their money into a stock that's worth less than $1 if it didn't have potential. So what Inuvo does is they work with ads and marketing. And if they can really capitalize on that and make that a market for themselves, I think they're going to be able to make a crap ton of money. Especially like competing with YouTube or becoming an affiliate partner with YouTube. The upside there is extremely high. So I feel really good about Inuvo. I'm going to keep my money there. I bought Inuvo at $1.13. I was a little late to the party. I was slow to pull the trigger. I wanted the ship to work out, ticker symbol SHIP. They had a news catalyst today, and I was expecting a harder push than it got. It went up about 10 cents, and it stopped. It halted, and I sold out, and then I got an Inuvo at $1.13. So that was it for that one. All right, Sandollar, thank you again. Thank you for $5. You're the man. I will check out DPW. I really, really appreciate that. I do not live stream every day. I try to live stream at least a couple times a week, but I will always schedule it the day of, at least a couple hours before. That way you know when I'm going to do it. DPW looks really, really nice right now. It looks like it's forming a cup and handle. So you've got this nice dip that it's rebounding from right here. You got a bottom out, the George W. That looks really nice. You can see that right here. Here's the first bottom out. Second bottom out. Got a nice gap between the 15 VAMA and the 200 EMA. Volume is down a little bit, but the RSI corrected pretty neutral, which is good. DPW doesn't look bad. I'm going to retrace it really quick. And it looks just about picture perfect. So if you can get in anywhere between 519 and 552, I think you're going to do really well with DPW. That looks really, really nice. Bullish territory. Would I recommend selling 75% of APXT and collect some profit so when you come back, you can do so at a lower average? That's not a bad idea. That way, at least if it runs up, you do still collect some profits from it. Personally, it was just slow moving for me. There's so many stocks right now that are growing 30, 40, 50% a day that it doesn't make sense for me to keep my money in basically a high yield interest savings account, you know? Hey Trey, is Bio a good buy-in? I think anything under $1 for Bio is going to treat you really well. I can see this retesting at $1.35 pretty easily. All right, that's what I'm going to cover today. Oh, actually, I'll cover these last two because I like these. Chris Sane refers to it as keeping 25 in the clip. I like that. That's not a bad thing. And I don't deter people from doing what Chris Sane does, but I just do want to say there's a lot of different ways to do the same thing, right? So Chris Sane's way of doing things is a great way of doing things, right? I take a lot of things that Chris Sane does and apply it to my own investing strategy, but I don't copy exactly what he does. I have my own spin on things, my own strategies, and I just kind of fine-tune things. So I very highly believe in the 125 stock rule, right? It is good to have at least 125 shares of any stock. But I really like to lock in profits and then swing trade. I'm pretty good at swing trading. That's my cup of tea. So that's just my 2 cents. How did I learn to do this? Tips for an 18-year-old. Watch this guy, Rainer Teo. Rainer Teo is the best technical analysis YouTube channel on YouTube. He can teach you everything I know. I do worse with Chris Sane than I do by myself. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, I don't know. I made money with him for sure, but some of his penny plays I've lost on, which made me a little frustrated. But he does well overall. He obviously does well for himself. I respect his channel a lot. He's the guy that inspired me to get into investing, at least the YouTube channel. Awesome, guys. Hey, I appreciate everything you guys are saying. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Lazy. Thank you, Maria. Sense is still good. Buy-in anywhere between 235 and 269. I'm going to be done covering stocks though for the day though. That's what I've got for you guys. We have done this live stream for about an hour 20. Any last questions for you guys before I log off here? Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Lazy. Thank you, Shiraz. Inauguration tomorrow. Uncertainty usually affects the stock market. Uncertainty is usually bearish in territory and nature, so tread cautiously. I'd wake up for the pre-market and see how it acts. Trey is cracked out. Dude is a beast. I get a lot of sleep, man. All I need is 3 or 4 hours. That takes care of me. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Welcome to the Patreon, Ramiro. I really appreciate you. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thank you. All right. That's what I've got for everybody. Oh, I will answer this last question. My biggest portfolio holding is Microvision. I have $14,311 in this, and my portfolio is $30,312. So it's about half. All right. Money, 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 money. You guys rock. Thank you so much for tuning in to the live stream. I will try to do this at least a couple times a week. I've got a big one for you guys on Friday. Keep this on the DL. Everybody listening right now, you're going to get the sneak peek before everybody else knows. But check out Young Pop. That's all I'm going to say. You guys are going to have a lot of fun with this next live stream. Good night, my friends. Thank you, thank you. All right. Peace out, everybody.